Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Amasid, and today's video I just wanted to share a potential thought, a speculative tip I guess, on something that I think is going to be really powerful potentially going into 3.15 for making money, and that is Catarina farming. Now Catarina farming has always been profitable in terms of 3.14 where you could farm, do Ashling crafts, sell the crafts, whatever. That was really strong, and that's what made it really good, partially as well as the winged scarabs, etc. But with the Ashling Nerf, I think people might be sleeping on the fact that I think Catarina farming might even be stronger than it was in the past. Maybe slightly less predictive in terms of how your value is going to be, but will be stronger. Now, why do I think that? First things first, I want to just go over quickly how you can farm up Catarina safe houses as quickly as possible. So there's really two areas of the map that you can use to do this. It's going to be Haywark and Valdos. So Valdos has these two nodes here. Immortal Syndicates that are executed have a 100% chance to gain additional rank. That essentially makes your Immortal Syndicate ranks higher, so you'll get better loot when you do end up killing Catarina, or when you do the safe houses prior to Catarina, you'll get better loot. So that's a really nice thing there, so you get more winged scarabs like that. And then there's also this guy here. Defeated Immortal Syndicate members grant 5 intelligence for the current encounter safe house if they're not interrogated. And you're almost never going to be interrogating, because interrogating causes them to lose rank. So let's go over Haywark real quick just to show another example of a place you can farm it. So this is a great place to farm up June missions. So this is this guy here. Areas have 10% chance to grant an additional June mission. That's really useful. Then there's also completing maps grants 10 intelligence for a random Immortal Syndicate safe house. Also really valuable. The nice thing about Haywark as well, you got this guy, but this is not really relevant for farming up Catarinas. But you also get the nice part of Haywark is the ritual bonus, which now goes in tandem with the map device. So Haywark is really useful in that sense. I'd say you really can go either way. It's kind of preference. Depends on what you want to farm. If you want to farm up Harbingers, which is getting nerfed in this league, but they still might be good, then you can do Valdos, if not Haywark. Anyway, so why do I think Catarina is still going to be good? So in patch 3.15, the Ashling tier 4 craft was nerfed pretty heavily, and that is the tier 4 Ashling crafting bench reward that adds a veiled modifier now first removes a random modifier. Now this is bad obviously, because you go in there, you used to have this hugely predictive craft for an Ashling where you could add on a veiled mod and say, okay, this actually is pretty reliable in terms of what you can get. But now you have this, you're removing a random mod, and basically you have to have mods to spare essentially to be able to use this and not brick your item. So this is not great right now, this Ashling mod. So people might think, okay, this maybe is not so good anymore. But there's another thing that I think that is going to be really powerful from Catarina, and that is going to be the Devouring Diadem. Now, what is this item? This item is not a guaranteed drop from Catarina, but it does drop. I think last league it used was going for about an X on average, but essentially the Devouring Diadem gives, the main things are 20% reduced mana reservation for socketed gems and Eldritch Battery. Now, who uses this helm? Mostly minion builds. Now, why do I think this is going to be incredibly strong is that minion builds were basically minion builds are rising to the top this patch, essentially, is from the predictive elements that I've seen from top minion build creators. Ghazi was tweeting that minion builds maybe even got buffed this league. Spiders, because of the poison damage buff, are actually stronger than they were last league. So minion builds, I think, are going to be of the most played builds and of the strongest. So farming the Devouring Diadem, again, while it's not a guaranteed drop, is going to be useful. You'll see again that people who use this item last league, it was about 1% of players when minions were not as popular. I mean, they were still popular, but look, if you go to Necro, they're all the way over here. But still very strong. So if you look up the diadem, go here, and then go to race, they're all minion builds for the most part. 59% of people using the diadem are minion builds. And because with the complement of the mana changes that are going live in the patch notes, I think the diadem gets even stronger as a potential for getting in your stacks, your mana reservations, etc. It's really useful. So I think the diadem, again, maybe sold for half to 1x last league, is actually going to be stronger this league. I think in the early leagues, if you farm this, you could be extremely wealthy if you get one of these items. And I think that, going forward, this could sell for way more than it sells for now. This is speculative, of course, but that is my theory, and this is something I'm probably going to be targeting myself early in league, is farming up these Catarinas. Anyway, so what do you guys think about this? Is this something you think is viable? Obviously, Catarina is going to be good no matter what, because there's farming winged scarabs. There's also that benefit. So the diadem is really just like the added bonus. I don't know the exact drop chance on the diadem, but it is quite strong. I think I got a couple last league, maybe 3 to 4 when I was farmed. I farmed maybe 10 to 15 Catarina, so it's decently high drop chance. But anyway, she drops great items overall. It's really valuable, and this is just a huge added bonus. I think Catarina farming is peak next league. What do you guys think about this? Do you think I'm crazy? Am I totally off base? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.